What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and we're going to be talking about this new NFL draft, the new release, part 2, all that good stuff. We're going to take a look at the challenges because some of you guys are playing to get a certain amount of, stars to get that free 99 later. I myself, I'm not really engaging with it because I don't really care about it as much. You know what I'm saying? It just, like, for me, it's not as appealing as it once was. Also, the 99s that they've been releasing haven't been as good. So I'm not really interested in getting a free one. That's going to be a nat that you're going to get. It's just a lot of stuff. Even though these challenges are relatively quick, all the feedback that I've gotten, I think EA did an unbelievable job with the speed in which you can complete them. I'm just saying, if you don't have time to do it, I don't blame you. But they're no full games. The average person is getting done, getting them done. Both these two segments, about 45 minutes each. That's been the average of the feedback that I've received. Let me know if it's any different from what you guys have experienced within the game, but it's relatively fast. So 160 and 160 is 320. You're going to need 448. So like we assumed, it looks like it's going to be a 3-part program, and you're going to be able to get that 99 overall nat player at the end of the whole situation that, as they, release what they're doing. So with that being said, if you're a grinder, you want to go ahead and get it done, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take care of it. Everything should go, pretty well for you guys. You're going to get a free card. Maybe it's one of these cards that you probably want. For me, guys like Tyrann Mathieu, like a 5'9" guy, like I can't do anything with that. So for me, with the way that they've done this stuff, the defensive master, Jack Ham, we could take a look at him. It's possible that he can do something, but I don't think he's going to be any better than REGGIE Jackson or the other guys that I'm utilizing. I don't really utilize middle linebackers. Let me take a look at what's going on with I think he's an outside linebacker, though. So let's see what he's doing real quick. Some of you guys are telling me some stuff about him. Gmi, what do you think about him? What's going on with him? I don't really care that much for the card itself, but we're going to go ahead and see what's going on. So why hasn't any of his stuff come up yet? Dude, like, okay, there he goes, Jack Hay. So he's a right outside linebacker, he's a run stopper. All right, so automatically he's not going to get certain abilities, so he's already out for me. The run stopping archetype at linebacker, they get like enforcer for 1 and other stuff like that, but it's not really an appealing, archetype for me. I don't really recommend it. Plus his numbers, the finesse move, power move, all that stuff for me is pretty low. I've been able to use schemes to have most of my players with a 99 power move and a 99 finesse move. That would be, virtually impossible for him. But on a theme team, you get the 93 plus the 4. That's a 97 speed guy, which would actually be similar to REGGIE Jackson on a theme team, Saints 9er theme team, right? So the other players that they released, Emmanuel Sanders, like these undersized guys. You got, DeMarcus Lawrence, Cooley. Like, dude, I don't care. Eric Kendricks, like, bruh, all right. Look, I'm not for that. But again, I'm going to let you guys know what's up. You guys can make your own decisions, how you want to build your team, the way that you want to go forward with it. That is all on you. I'm only giving you guys some advice about the way that I feel about some of the cards. If you guys choose to go ahead and go after these cards, God bless you. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. So we got Maurice Jones-Drew, Jack Ham. This guy goes to a 99 speed on anybody's team. He's pretty much a bowling ball, but what I'm going to tell you is this, right? Because of the way that the game is at this moment, I don't know if they're going to patch it and it's going to change, but Derrick Henry, he goes crazy. So the bigger body running backs are probably what you should go with, but some of you guys going to say, yo, Gmias, I saw you live on stream get trucked by Dre Archer. And you're right. Like, dude, it's stupid, but yeah, EA Sports, it's in the game. But I don't want you to make a living off that. I don't want you guys to make a living off of undersized players. Earlier in the year, with Barry Sanders being super fast, you could get away with it. Now that everybody is pretty much a 99 speed, you can't make those same mistakes. So that's something that I want to point out. He does get 99 speed on anybody's theme team, but is he a right fit for you? We've already talked, we already spoke about Jack Ham, Emmanuel Sanders, if you guys wanted to do that, Chris Cooley, Eric Kendricks, DeMarcus Lawrence. If you guys are into that, go ahead and go for it. Me, myself, I don't really care for any of them because for me, it doesn't make the team right. And even if you guys were on your own theme team, Chris Cooley on the theme team probably would be decent. Just so you guys know, like, he's a pretty good tight end. I still believe that Vernon Davis is better than everyone available right now, but that's my personal opinion. I also have Travis Kelce, who's also a dog. So I don't know if this is something that you want to do, but his card is definitely decent. I played against Cooley a lot of times, never used him, but he seems to be pretty good at route running and, getting open, and, decent run block and stuff like that. So I would definitely take a look at that if that's something that you guys were interested in doing. Okay, just to make sure everybody's aware, I always give you the feedback. Even if I'm not using a card, I can tell you based on, you know, my interaction with that card. Is he good? Is he not good? Does he suck? Like, what did I see from it? Even if it's a trash player using them. You see what I'm saying? So even when I play a bum that might quit, whatever, Chris Cooley has always been good. You know, Eric Kendricks, like, dude, who middle linebacker? All right, cool, dude. Emmanuel Sanders, undersized guy. What are you really doing with them? Right now, you go with the faster, bigger players. That's going to be the major suggestion. And that's why I have a major issue with the fact that they have not yet upgraded Reggie Bush or Taylor Mays. Because what are you doing, EA Sports? Now, look, it is a 3-part program. They might end up making... See, this is the thing right here, right? More than likely, they will not make Taylor Mays a limited card. I'm going to explain to you guys why. The limited cards are so easily obtainable through these training variety packs. EA Sports has actually outsmarted us. See, they know that nobody wants a 5'9" guy. See, Tyrann Mathieu earlier in the game, you know, earlier in the year when it was first starting off in August, people were just looking for speed and zone and stuff like that. At this point, a 5'9" guy running around, like, it doesn't really matter, but you might get lucky. You might go in the training pack, start pulling them, and you might pull a Tyrann Mathieu. Me, myself, I'm not concerned about that. You see what I'm saying? Because he can't make my squad. So it wouldn't make much sense for me to engage with trying to go ahead and pull him because he serves no purpose. Also, I highly doubt that people are going to be spending an exorbitant amount of money for him because he's going to get mossed over the top. For those of you guys that are not familiar with the animations that go on in this game, many of you guys are. I'm just, you know, poking some fun at you guys because you guys pretty much know a lot about the game. There are a lot of passes that will be right there for your defender to pick and it'll drop right into offensive players' hands. The reasoning behind that is the height of your secondary. So if your secondary has a bunch of short players, you're going to get what's coming to you immediately. Like, it's not going to be a delay. You're going to get what's coming to you right away, immediately. So when you look at guys that are undersized like this, you have to understand Cam Chancellor is a monster, right? Is he a free safety? He might be a free, oh no, he's a strong safety. Okay, so look, Cam Chancellor's a monster. So this is what goes on right now. Because he's 6'3", if you throw the ball up in the air and you click on and you're anywhere near it, he's gonna pick it without lurker, right? The other safety that I have in the backfield waiting for you to throw it in the air is Derwin James. These guys are going to get up. Now, look, Isaiah Simmons, I don't like his card overall as much as I thought I did. Just based on a lot of, like, you know, a lot of factors. There's so many other options available, but I do see a lot of Isaiah Simmons out there. What I'm just letting you guys understand is, you know, those back end guys should be big hitters and, you know, height should matter. Now, you might look at this price and say, yo, Gmia, why is he so expensive? A lot of people have invested in Tyrann Mathieu. You know what I'm saying? He's been a card that a lot of people have been looking at like, yo, look, this is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even though you saw it there at 6, well, what is Eric Berry doing? Eric Berry is also a really good card, by the way. So you got, if you're a theme team with Eric Berry and stuff like, well, a Kansas City Chief theme, you got some good players right now. You got some really, really good players. You can actually, you know, pick your poison. I think that for the most part, he's a really, really good player. With the way that everything goes, you know, according to this, Tyrann Mathieu and Eric Berry are very, very similar in the way that everything works. You know, this guy, I think, what is he, 6 foot? Yeah, so they're very, very similar. Would I want you to overspend? You know, dude, it's hard to say it, but if you're invested and you want the Honey Badger, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna tell you like, yo, bro, like, don't do it. If that's something that you really want to do, I wouldn't recommend it right now unless you pull him and you wanted to try him out, you know, utilize him, see what's going on, because he's a hybrid also. So a lot of the abilities that they get, it's not good. Like, the abilities are just not good. So it's definitely a weird situation. I don't really know what it's going to be, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The bottom line about the way that this is going to work is this. You're going to have to make that decision immediately. And after you make that decision, you're going to have to, from there, you're going to have to deal with whatever it is. Because if you want to spend $625 right now, golden tickets are right around the corner. Guys, please do not spend unless you need to. The player has to be unbelievable. Like Calvin Johnson, all that stuff like that. Like, I'm going to tell you this again. Regardless of whatever it is, I'm going to need you guys to understand a few things. This is what it is. People need to really, bite down on the fact that cards are going to play according to however many abilities you have on them for the most part. So Tyrann Mathieu as a hybrid, What are you looking to do? For me, this is what I want to explain to you guys about this, right? And the reason why I want Taylor MAYS so bad because of the height and stuff like that. Let's go take a look at another hybrid player. Another hybrid player is going to, give you the example of the abilities. I don't like the hybrid archetype. I just don't like it. Give me a run stopper. You know what I'm saying? Give me a run stopper all day. That's fine. But the hybrids, really, really stupid with their abilities and the amount that it costs. So these are things that we need to pretty much fix, right? So look, for instance, everything is pretty much a 3 AP situation. Lurker, all that stuff, Acrobats for all those guys in that situation. But like look, mid zone. They have, what is the other thing I was looking at before? I think there was one other thing that other guys get for a lot cheaper. We had mid zone, and what was the other thing? It was some other stuff that they were doing. But pretty much a lot of the things that go in with the hybrid, there really is no benefit for it. So because of, Ronnie Lott not having the ability to get mid zone for one, which is something that I want on my secondary players, I go with the fact that I know with pick artists, he's not going to drop a pick, right? Everything else is it's like wishy-washy. It doesn't make like Mr. Big Stop on a free, like dude, what? Like it doesn't really matter. But when you look at run stoppers pretty much have a bigger variety for less. So the hybrid archetypes are not, in my opinion, the best to go after. So that's another knock right there on, spending money for Tyrann Mathieu. Now, to give you an example about a run stopper, we go to Cam Chancellor, right? Or well, run support. When you look at it like, yo, Gmi, why are you trying to get Taylor MAYS? And it's not only for Niners. It's for any of you guys' teams that he played for. He played for everybody. The Bengals, the Raiders, he played for everybody. But I want you guys to understand the concept in which I use to determine these things. I don't take it lightly because you guys then do it, and then I have to be able to justify why I'm saying it, which is why, because the game changes so much, I do my best to try to make sure that this is going to happen. I do my best to make sure, look, if you run mid-zone, even though they nerfed it periodically, now that it's back and you see a little bit better reaction, I'm going to let you know about that. I want you to spend the least amount. So when you look at all these options, flat zone for one, mid zone for one, these things are big deals. Still gets the pick artist. Obviously the lurker is going to be more because of the archetype, but who's using lurker at the safety position? The no outsiders, there's a lot, enforcer is less. There's a lot of different things that make the run support safety so much better. So I have to go with what's going to be good for all of my viewers. Everybody else, do whatever you want. But I've shown and proved that these archetypes are a lot better. So Taylor MAYS is something that I'm looking for. Reggie Bush, I only want him because at 99 speed, he's gonna be a demon. Because he was one of the first running backs that could actually spin and do whatever he wanted. He's gonna make everybody's team that he played for, he's gonna be unbelievable. I just thought that EA Sports would bless us with a limited, yo, what's up? Yo, hold on to this limited right quick. Give us something to kind of rock out with. But his next card is gonna be insane. So these are just the cards that we're trying to look into getting as the season progresses. And yo, EA, you need, bro, hey, drop them. You know what I'm saying? If you want EA to drop them, let me know too in the comments. It ain't only me that it's benefiting. All these teams, you Bills, Lions, Miami, New Orleans, all you guys, it'll benefit all of us equally. So it ain't all about me. Both the players that I want, they played for many, many theme teams. So that's where I am right now. I'm looking for that. Other than that, I would not promote any spending. I do not believe you guys should be doing any spending. And we need to make sure that we don't, so that when they drop that list and we go over the list that's confirmed for golden tickets, we all know what we're targeting. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You enjoy your day. Have a blessed one. Until next time. One love, y'all.